the Uganda we want. Nze Mulanzi nkwebaza emirimu gy'okola saako n'okutulaba mu ngeri yemu nammwe abawulira programu eno ku Impact FM Radio Rasta Mayinja nammwe tubeebaza abatugoberera ku mitimbagano gyaffe egy'enjawulo tusanyukira ddala okuba nti mutulaba okusingira ddala omukutu ogwa website www.imc.ug waliwo enkola eya Victory Uganda app eyo gifuna ku simu yo ku tab ku iPad abakozesa Apple products osobola naawe okugifuna n'obeera ekitundu ku Dream TV n'owuliriza Impact FM ne programs ez'enjawulo nazo ozisangayo erudda lweyo. Lunaku olwaleero nze Mulanzi tugenda kwogera ku Uganda gye twagala okulaba. Tuzze tuwulira abantu wano ab'enjawulo abazze batuula mu ntebe ya The Uganda we want okuva mu bitongole eby'enjawulo bannayuganda ab'enjawulo kubanga tukkiriza mu eno program nti mmwe bannayuganda muyina Uganda gye mwagala okulaba. Nga Uganda gye mwagala okulaba kati waliwo akatambi akatambula abamu ku mmwe be mwawa emirimu okubaweereza babakudaalira nga tebakirumyemu na kukirumamu omundi n'ogumu oba munaafiira wa oba mutambulira mu nguudo ki bo tebakyalina pain yonna because their life is secure, and if their life is secure therefore yours it doesn't matter. Well, we in this program,
let me tell you,
the Uganda
for us
we want to say that your life matters. Your life is important. The same way leaders have secured their lives, it should be the same way they should secure the life of a Ugandan. In line with that, we will achieve and enjoy the kind of Uganda that you and I envision. Batugobera ku Impact FM tugenda kutambula bwe tuti nga tuwulira ebigambo olunaku olwaleero okuvaako eri munnayuganda Musaayi Muto. Uganda eno eweereddwa omukisa nti we are among the young nation, eggwanga lyaffe tto. Leero mbaddeko mu ofiisi nga nyina gwe njogera naye ne tugamba nti okulonda okuddako mujja kulaba abalonda nga bali wakati w'emyaka 18 n'emyaka 40. Ekinene nnyo mu 5 abajja okusinga obungi. Well, sikola mu Electoral Commission naye that is my projection. Tukyazizza Guild President omulonde owa Makerere University ettendekero ekkulu wano mu ggwanga erya Uganda liruddewo. Edda abantu baavanga gye bavudde nga balyettanira. Simanyi wa bwe kiri ye Guild President anaakingambo bakikyali bwe kityo. Ow'erinnya Maseruka Robert. Thanks okulaba mu program. It's your maiden appearance mweno program. Uganda gye twagala akalulu akawangulu otya. Nesooka babuzeeko abakulaba n'abakuwuliriza. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Abatulaba n'abatuwuliriza mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala. Tusigale ku mukutu guno nga tuwuliriza Uganda gye twetaagira gye twagala. Balamusizaako nnyo mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala.
Okay, yeah, well, omuntu ayagala kumanya Maseruka Robert yani kubanga wano mu Uganda we want twagala nnyo okumanya ani ono agenda okwogerako gye tuli atudde mu ntebe eno.
Maseruka Robert gwe balaba okusookera ddala mwana wa Uganda. That is right, we are born citizens. Ekyokubiri nviira mukono south, abe mukono south era mbatumiddeko. Nzaalibwa omukyala bamuyita Nanfuka Joseline n'omwami bamuyita Ssettuba Simon. Ndi musajja Muganda eyeddira embwa akabbiro kidde. Ndi mwana wa Makerere University nsoma amawulire Bachelors of Journalism and Communication and I'm in my third year. Yes, sir.
Okay. Wasomera wa primary, secondary, otuuka otya Makerere?
Okusookera ddala nasomera edda ffe twalinanga baby class.
Edda ddi. Maseruka.
Nazzi kuno. Twalinanga baby class.
Womesa Oluganda mpulire.
Era nasomera ku St. Catherine. Nengenda kusomera I think
St. Catherine ekyaliyo.
Tekyaliyo, lyavaawo. Nengenda ku Gym Education Center liryeyo Kiyonga.
Wait a minute. Essomero lye wasomeramu. That is kindergarten.
Yes.
Or baby whatever. Lyavaawo dda.
Lyabeerangawo bweyogerere. Terikyaliwo. Nengenda from P1 to P3 nasomera Gym Education Center, P3 to DA, P5 to P7 nasomera Chekahili Infant. Nengenda ku Bugema Adventist Secondary School nasomera S1 S2. Nengenda ku Wellstar Bright Secondary School liri Mukono. Mukono Kabembe. From senior 3 to senior 6. Ejo nava nengende Makerere.
Okay.
Nava nengende Makerere.
Well, mpulidde bulungi. Nga tonnaba kuyingira Kasozi.
Yes, sir.
Eno gye wasomera. Wali wenyigirako mu leadership, obulamu bwali butya?
Okusookera ddala nali class monitor kuva baby class paka P7.
Kuva ku St. Catherine nga gwe bakulabamu obukulembeze.
Badde class monitor mu class ezo zonna mwembadde. But maybe to be specific, in P5 I was a disciplinary prefect ku Chekahili Infant. I was a head prefect in my primary 7. I was a chapel prefect in senior 3. I was a head prefect in senior 6.
Oh.
Yeah, so
okay, awo tukwatagana. Ebimu awo tukwataganira ku senior 6. Because myself, primary 4 wentandikira okubeera timekeeper. Era obudde wano muna ojja kundaba nga nkugamba tuve wano. Katubudduse misinde. Timekeeper from primary 4 up to primary 7. Senior 1 up to senior 4, head monitor. Omanyi emirimu gyakola egyo kyokozi n'okubaayo biki byonna ebyo. Then from senior 5 and senior 6, head prefect. Awo tukwataganira.
Yeah.
Wow.
So bwe najja e Makerere, I was class president in my first year and second year. In my second year, running I became a GRC. You are like an MP of a constituency, I can say. With a representative wa school Jova. And in my third year, I'm the guild president.
Okay. Njagala kumanya. Well, nze omuntu mbadde njagala mutegeeza nti bwe tuba tuwogera nti you're the guild president of Makerere University, it didn't start when you're in your third year.
No.
It started a long time ago. Kyembadde njagala okuba nga ndaba obukulembeze buno buzze nga bukulondoola. Probably now ozze nga obulondoola. Njagala kumanya kiki ekyo ekiri emabega w'obukulembeze okulondoola oba gwe okubulondoola. Hope you've got my question.
Yeah, I think for anyone to be a leader, omuntu yenna okubeera omukulembeze, there must be factors that allow us to stand for the positions that we stand for. Whenever we see lack, whenever we see need, whenever we see something is not done, it keeps agitating us to stand for the different positions. Kikuleeteranga gwe omuntu alimu obukulembeze to understand that the situation that we are living in is not comfortable enough for us to sleep. You rise up because you feel, you identify the problem and you can be the changer, you are the solution to the problem. You stand for the position in order to deliver.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, good to hear that. Well, our viewers and our listeners, just a disclaimer, we are going to use 2 languages. We will use Luganda and English, you know. Nchaziza guild president. Kati nze munsuubira kolaki. Nange lwe natereka mu kabada, munzikirize ndujjeyo. But anyway, I just want us to be at the same page. I don't want to leave anyone behind. And that's the purpose of our program, the Uganda we want. Now, abavubuka nammwe muyina Uganda gye mwagala okulaba. Bwe bajja eri jimpe. Tutandikira.
Mu buli kiseera, their needs. Wabirawo ebyetaago. In every dispensation that we are living in, there are needs that require to be worked upon. The people that are living in that dispensation have the right and have the mantle to restructure, to remeasure, to reproduce that which belongs to their time. Nti ngaffe abavubuka abalivinga mu kiseera kyaffe tulina ebyetaago. We are not blind to what is happening. Tetuzibiriza maaso ku biki bigenda mu maaso. And so twetaaga okukola. When we identify, we realize there is need for work. And so naffe tulina Uganda gye tulaba. Betulaba ebigenda mu maaso bitu envisioning okubaako naffe kye tulaba ekyandibadde okusinga ekyo ekiri.
Okay, yeah. Katwogere ku ebyo though waliwo ansindikidde wano message nga bwogenda okutuwa ebyo. I want to be very specific here. Ayagala kumanya, Michael ayagala kumanya kuba mbadde nze nkibuusirwa time, but I think it is important since I've got someone to ask this question. Guild president akola mugaso ki? Who is a good president at Makerere University, for example? Probably that will put more light to people to know the title that you hold and the position that you are in.
Ekibuuzo kyabuuza kiringa bw'onoobuuza omuntu nti president w'eggwanga akola ki? Yes, because at the end of the day we are leaders. You see, ekireetera demand y'omukulembeze buli we tubeera n'abantu. Yes? Tukkiriza nti mu bantu bano waliwo obwetaavu. Mu bantu bano waliwo ebintu ebyetaaga okukolebwa. Mu bantu bano there are people that require special care and need.
Okay,
so that raises
in this case otunulidde bayizi
exactly.
Makerere University.
Yes.
Bona.
Because you realize that Makerere University has 40,000 students.
Emitwalo ena egy'abayizi.
Emitwalo ena. Tetuyinza kubeera mu audience y'abantu mitwalo ena nga tebalina abakulembera.
Mu bufunze weetisse abantu emitwalo ena.
Yes. If constituencies singe baba n'abantu babeera n'abantu 2,300 ne babeera ne representative member of parliament atuula n'aba representing. These people have ideas, these people have needs that require to be parliamented. So, and those are the people I represent. So wherever we have an audience, there is need to structure and have leadership. And that is the importance of a guild president. We realized in your administration, but students need a voice through which they're going to pass their different ideas to the administration for it to do what the students want. Yes.
All right. Well, you've said it.
So in simple terms, a guild president, number one, is the first student through which students pass their problems, their ideas to the administration. He's a bridge between the administration and the students.
Oh,
yes.
So administration bwegaana okubaako byekolako.
Yes.
First student yono gwe bayita guild president.
Exactly.
Yakulemberamu n'okwekalakaasa ne mutukuba ne mwonoona ebintu byaffe.
Administration bwebeegaanye. You see, but the students I lead are intellectuals, very understanding people with vast theories, understanding and ideologies. If we believe we can present our ideas first through negotiation and they're not worked upon, then...
Yeah, because Makerere mu spotlight, buli ekibaayo, eggwanga lino lyolaba bannayuganda katate baba lyebweru bazadde bamwe bani ba stakeholders n'abalala bonna abaagaliza Makerere birungi tubeera concerned. What are some of those issues ezitera okuviirako obutabanguko obwo era kati nga ggwe mu kisanja kyo kino ky'oliko obwetegekedde otya? Ekyo kati nze nkibuuza kuba oli ajabireese mbadde mbidduse. Gwe weetegese otya okulaba nti chaos ngoyo taddamu kubeerawo olidinge ekisanja? Simanyi oba moto yegamba ki oba naawo sekiwalinga Makerere University, I don't know. But bagambe nti mulembe gwa Maseruka Robert, well, his leadership is just amazing.
In most cases when we are campaigning, what we tell ebintu betugamba abantu nga tujja mu bukulembeze bimatalinga kinene nnyo. So our work is to make sure what we promise the students is fulfilled. Yes? And so we cannot see ourselves as leaders fail. So we have the backing up of the students.
Oh.
Yes. We don't do what we want. We do what the students, our constituency demands for. Tokola byoyagala, ng'omukulembeze tokola byoyagala. Oyinza okuba olina kyoyagala ennyo naye nga constituency erina kyeyagala. So those are the voices that voted for you, and so they are your first voice.
Ne bw'oba okulembera ggwanga.
Yes.
Gwe byoyagala obiteeka ku mabbali.
And that is that Uganda we want. Yes.
Nga gwe omukulembeze ovaawo.
Exactly.
N'okola ku byange nze omuntu wa wansi.
Omuntu wa wansi. We understand their selfish interests. They shouldn't supersede the interests of the constituency. Abantu abakulonda nga bakuteeka mu buyinza kubanga bakwesiga okubeera nga you can deliver what they want, not what you want. They believed that through you their voices are going to be heard.
Okay.
You cannot afford to get there and then be your voice to yourself. You are the voice to yourself. You present your interest. When there are people that are suffering, that woke up one day, got onto the ballot papers and ticked you. Yes. No, it is inhuman. Yes. Yeah. If we have members of parliament that reach and present policies, even when they are called the public policies, and they present these policies, and these policies are not in the interest of the public, they cease to be members of parliament. What takes you there is the constituency. If we actually thought you're going to present your own ideas, singa abantu bano bamanya nti ogenda tuuka eyo presenting ebyogala tebandi kulonze, your first priority should be the constituency. This applies even right now to the guild presidents and so on. The administration, however much it may want something, the voice of the students matters a lot in the administration.
Okay.
You are a voice of the administration. It is at rare cases where you become actually a voice of the administration to the students. The administration is to listen to what the students want because they are the resources. It is where the interest of the administration should be.
Administration weri because waliwo bebererawo.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. And these students pay money. Likewise to the members of parliament, it is the constituencies that pay money. But abantu basasula emisolo ffe tubeere gye tuli. So you cannot afford, whereas you are part of the taxpayers. You have over 40,000, 2,000, 3,000 people that wake up each and every day to make sure you are in parliament. Emisolo gye bakuwa sente ze bakusasula in thinking that you are going to be their voice.
Obwa honorable bukola because waliwo bali abakusindika obeere honorable.
Yes. So you cease to be a honorable when you are not a voice to those that sent you. Yes, whereas you may occupy the position, but you cease to be honorable. We have seen members of parliament abaddayo bwe bagamba oyo talina kye yakola. When you don't have influence among, what creates influence is what have you done? Oliko manyi ki? When you said about this is happening in the constituency, did it happen?
Because
was it changed? Yes. Akalobakano kanonyo nyina bye wasuubiza abantu.
Wabagamba ngenda bikola.
Did things change when you got there?
Okay.
Yeah, we if you see, and that is the problem, that people come back to the constituencies when they fear to even meet small groups of people to say a word or two. Because they ceased to be honorables the moment they were voted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, katusembyo kino ku kya makerere kikyo ontwale mu Uganda gye mwagala mwenga abavuka naawe gy'oyagala kuba okiikiridde abavuka abasooka bondaze emitwalo 4 kati ate okiikiridde ebitundu 70 plus eby'abavubuka mu Uganda gye twagala kwagwe gwe tulina olunaku olwaleero. Ebyobufuzi bino byava ku ky'okuyingira Makerere University. Mwesimbirawo mu byabufuzi, obululu bunoonyeza mu byabufuzi, mukuba zi posta, n'olaba eza yellow, n'olaba eza green, n'olaba eza red, byavaawa.
Bintu bino biva mu constitution.
Mwagenda mu byabufuzi oba mwagenda kusoma?
Biva mu constitution ya Uganda. Yes, in the Supreme Law of the Land, Chapter 4, Article 29, the Constitution states the freedom of expression and association, in which your freedom is part, the freedom of media. As a human being, you have a right to associate.
Yeah, true.
Association involves religion, yes, including the political parties. The Great Hill, and that is Makerere University, we believe should be the source of intellectualism, where if people come, have the right to associate and to associate freely. Exactly. So you have a right as a student to associate. And it is through these associations that we have the different political giants, decision makers, opinion leaders that we have in Uganda today. The Semujungandas that you see in parliament today did not just come from anywhere. There is a source. When you look at Joel Senyonyi, it didn't just come from anywhere. There is a source. When you look at the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, there is a source. I'm talking about Makerere University, where we respect ideologies and opinions which make us in the outside world. So tetuja kola politics. No, we literally come to study. But it is a university. It is universal. We have very many other things that we need to involve in besides education. And this is what makes it a university. Otherwise, it would be any other secondary school.
If that kind of freedom is not given out.
It can be any other secondary school because, we come to study. People are in books and so on. But we believe when you come to the university, we need to make that extra thing that the world needs to see outside there. That we probably may not come out as first class graduates, but we come out as guild presidents, we come out as GRCs, we come out as college chairpersons, yes, and with grades. That our constituencies, or constituencies outside there, abantu abali ebwereyo basobola okutwesiga. Yes, ozo kwesimba okulembeddewa. Yes, wafugawa. Yes, and if you're not able enough to articulate issues for intellectuals to understand you, then how sure are you? How can we trust you with the country? How can we trust you with the 2,000 people, including the disabled? We cannot. Yes, that is why you see people that have been in this guild leadership, being GRCs, being college chairpersons, and have run out in the outside politics. We learn how to speak. We learn how to parliament issues. We learn how to articulate issues straight from school. We don't learn this from parliament. We exercise what we have learned, just like any other occupations. You become an engineer basing on what you have learned in school. And so even when you are going to articulate issues in parliament, where is the basis of this? You must have been a leader before.
So, Guild President, kyogezaako okungamba abamu betuteeka mu parliament ne babanga they cannot express themselves, as you're saying.
Yes.
Tubabuuze wakulemberako wa oba wavaawa.
You can check their background. You may not ask them, but you check their background. You see even what they were when they were leaders. A leader is so much concerned that to miss more than 2 sessions, it hurts.
Oye
mukulembeze.
Ne wiki namba n'agikuba wali.
Waliwo akuba wiki namba n'akuba omwezi.
Speaker najja n'agamba bane leero nga kisuse.
And they are fine.
This is too much.
And we don't have quorum in parliament. We need to go back and check what they were before they went to parliament. To the extent of how can we trust them? Because for us to vote for you, we need to have trusted, number one, your manifesto and what you are going to deliver. We need to understand your background as a person. So you check the people that are in parliament, the people articulate, have been somewhere doing that same thing. It is not new when they get to parliament. Raising up a hand is okay. They don't fear to have the freedom to speak out their ideas.
Okay.
And that starts straight from the schools and the universities where we go to.
Well, kati nze bwe mba mpita ayita Makerere nendaba yellow, nendaba red, nendaba color zonna ebibiina bye zirina bimanyi blue and whatever. Kituufu n'abakulembera ebibiina ebyo eno wabweru baba bataddemu omukono mu kunoonya kwammwe okwakalulu, balinamu interest mu bukulembeze bwammwe, tugeze nga let's say principal wa NUP, president wa FDC, chairman wa NRM, oba simanyi oba aba UPC batera okuleeta neba n'abalala bonna na DP. Should we say wano bo bali bweru mwe muli eri mu ntabiro nabo omukono gubeeramu era gwolaba nga ekyo nakyo kirungi okukola?
In most cases, there is what we call birth. Every person is born. Whereas political parties is ziri bweru. When they hear there is a student that is interested in guild leadership, yes, they pick interest because these are the same leaders they are going to have to represent them.
Oh, okay.
You get? So that is where they pick interest from. There is nothing like influence where, for example, if we have an NRM candidate, yes, that we have a call from the president because he's the leader of NRM that do this. Or we have the leader of FDC call the FDC member that do this. That is if, you see, whereas we are partisan when we are looking for votes, after you becoming a leader, you become a leader for all. You become a leader for NRM, you become a leader for NUP, you become a leader for FDC, NT, JEMA, and so on. Yes? Nti botuka mbukulembeze totandika kunoonya ani atakuwagira. You have already won, it is evident. Now we are looking at service. Democracy demands that even those that contest or go against our ideas are still considered as members. That when you are working, you work for all, including those that didn't support you. Yes? And we you see, we need to get to a point where we are intellectual enough to understand that it is okay not to agree.
So is it possible to be an intellectual and you don't understand?
Yeah, that is very true.
Hey.
Yeah, when you think you're an intellectual and it is only your ideas that are right, then you cease being wise. Wisdom calls for acknowledgement of ignorance, for more learning. Yeah.
Well, eddakiika zino zidduse kati tugende ku bavubuka b'okiikiridde.
Esebo.
Ebirala byonna ozza obikoonako now in a way that is really very straightforward and detailed. Which kind of Uganda do you envision?
You see, I think the most important thing here is to understand that the biggest resource of Uganda and the biggest investment of Uganda are the people of Uganda.
Say it again.
Kanchidem. The biggest resource and the biggest investment of Uganda are the people of Uganda.
All of them?
Yes. And so what we are looking at is how we keep people happy, how we keep people comfortable, how we keep these people's rights.
So, in my mind,
yes,
you're speaking to me, and what I'm reading from you is people of Uganda are not happy, are not comfortable. How?
Number one, when we are having a country whose name has been recognized for being corrupt and embezzling of funds, yes? If the poverty levels are heightening, if people's rights, including that of the media, are not considered or taken as a value, there is no need for us to say that people are happy. You can never be happy when you're poor. You can never be happy when the country you're living in is corrupt. You can never be happy where we are living in a country where you are equally discriminated, where you are not considered, where you are judged because of the tribe, the religion that you belong to, where you are judged because of the political party that you belong to. We cannot afford to have a Uganda where the Baganda are looking at the Banyankole as the threat, where the Banyankole are looking at the Northerners as the threat, where the Northerners are looking at the Easterners as a threat. That is not that Uganda that we envision. And we also cannot afford to live in a country where leaders focus on how they survive in the terms that they have. After getting into power, they focus on how do I survive in these 5 terms such that I come in the next one. We cannot afford to live in a Uganda where education is not a priority. Nelson Mandela once said that it's only education where a child of a peasant can become the head of the farm, where a child of a peasant can become a head of a state. It is only through that we can have a Uganda where we are comfortable with, where we can have education that is free, where we are having opinions and ideas of people being considered as the most valuable thing, where people are free to associate, where people are free to disagree or agree with even the existing government. Yes.
Let me take you back briefly to the first point that you mentioned.
Yeah.
That you're saying that you cannot afford to stay or to live in a Uganda that is corrupt. How do we see corruption, and how has this corruption negatively impacted this country?
You see what corruption does? It produces, for example, if it is a tank of water, and water is only supposed to be through the tap of the tank, what corruption does is it produces different holes in the tank, and water splashes from the different holes. And so it doesn't serve the right purpose of the tap.
Amazzi gano gayitamu.
Mazzi gano gafuna emiwaato emirala egy'enjawulo. Kyentegeeza kye kino. You see, we already have, like the budget that is still being debated about in Parliament, of whether the president should be having clothes of 1 million. Yes? If this money, the problem is not the money. We would be okay for whichever money that comes out of the Parliament. Our question should be, does the money serve its purpose?
Yeah, it's true. Sente kale zizze.
Sente ziberenje. Let them debate the money and let it be to the standard of the country. Tinga Uganda tugenda kukozesa 53.1 trillion.
Or 52.74.
Exactly. That is okay. The question should be, is this money going to serve the purpose? Fe tuli okay. Never government budget egenda beera ya bukadde 100. Yes? Ebukadde 100 buno bugenda serving a purpose. Bugenda kukola kye bwetaaga okukola.
Okay.
Because if the money does not serve its purpose, you see what you mean by serving its purpose is this money is there, number one, to enhance education. This money is there to look at the health sector. This money is there to look at the roads. This money is there to look at the industries. Are we together? Through which, if this money reaches the right places it's supposed to reach, it will reach you, it will reach me. when I say it doesn't serve its purpose, there is a stage where it ceases and stops to serve its purpose. The question is, where does it go? And that is what we call corruption.
Omuntu n'omulaba nga atambula ayita mu mulyango guli n'abali eri wansi n'obagamba ajja
natuuka ku madaala awo
n'abuliraawo
obwe bulyake n'enguzi. If only this money serves its purpose, we would be the greatest country.
No, oyina akalala konzibuddemu amaaso. Sente zino tuzibudgetingira tugeze nti ziba teziriiwo. Naye bye tuba tukonyeeko nti sente zino tuzifune
zikole kino zigende mu health sector, zino zizimbe enguudo, let this take care of the members of parliament, let this the health sector, education.
Sente ezo tulaba nga zifunika.
Exactly.
Kati onzibudde amaaso nti naye bwe ziba zitambula zimanyi oba zeetemako amagulu oba zeekoona oba ziremala oba zigongobala.
Because if this money does not reach where it's supposed to reach, meaning the people, for example, if I'm talking about the health sector, if the money doesn't reach the health sector, people will continue to plead for medical services in places where they wouldn't. If the money doesn't reach the education sector, people will continue to plead in the different education institutions, which wouldn't have happened if the money had served its purpose. And so, a basic Ugandan, omuntu wa wansi can say, asigala era bwagenda mu ddwaliro alina okusasula, asigala bwagenda mu ssomero alina okusasula, asigala
kumenga mu budget baamulaga
naye mu budget wali ku ssente ze, I repeat, ku ssente ze baalaga nti the health sector is supposed to get this. Yene zitatuuka gye zirina musanga, bwe zitamusanga n'asigala nga asasula emisolo giri ate nga alina n'osasulira service eno gy'afuna. Eyali allocated mu budget nti the money was supposed to also work.
So ne wali we zibulidde alipoota togiwulira nti bannange sente zaali zirina okutuuka mu health sector oba zaabula zaafuumuuka ebintu tobiwuliriza.
You see, and that is where we need citizens to be serious. They always represent these reports. You see, reports can always be forged. Yes. Insobola olaga nti sente zino zakola kino na kino.
Nenga tizakola.
Yes. It is still the right of the citizens to come out bagambe naye bane sente ze mwatugamba mu health sector nga tezakola ki
nga tezatuuka.
But we have citizens that do not focus on the different issues that are happening in their dispensation. Tebafayo ku biki biva bigenda maaso mu ggwanga.
Oba bafaayo naye nga tebawulira.
Ebiseera ebisinga if amawulire gagenda maaso omuntu alaba alina kaserike katannamaliriza, budget session yegenda maaso omuntu alina ebintu ebirala byagenda kubagenze mu kuwummula,
boogera olulimi olutategeerekeka.
So if we involve ourselves as citizens,
too intellectual, abantu bwe mwagala okuweereza mwogera bibatategeera.
You see, one of the importances of the media is to break it down. But breaking it down.
Yes.
The sentence zino zakoze wano na wano, zikola wano na wano.
Well,
so abantu bebetako okay interesting in.
I would say on behalf of the viewers and listeners that we've enjoyed your preamble and your maiden appearance in this program, the Uganda we want. And I want to promise you, our viewers, because of time and we are heading into the gospel, I want to assure you that we will have the good president of Makerere University, Mr. Maseruka Robert, in our second episode. So you don't have to miss it. Make sure that you're with us on Dream TV and as well on Impact FM. Tugenda kumweyongeza mu kitundu ekyokubiri atusiigire ekifaananyi ekya Uganda gy'ayagala okulaba. Leero tubadde ne good president owa Makerere University.